Right, my brother BOJ read a letter from Novatech yesterday, and I want to give you some of my thoughts on what I heard on his show, and much respect to him. But before I get into that, I want to give you a chance to read this disclaimer. All right, let's get to it and do it. And what I want to share with you is the letter that he read. Now, I'm not in Novatech, and I'm going to be transparent and upfront about that. I'm not in Novatech. I live in Texas, and that's one of the states that even before all this other stuff happened, wasn't allowed to be part of the Novatech family. But let me say this also up front. I have a great respect for the company, what they've done, the amount of time that they've had, the success that they've had. So it is they have a tremendous track record. They've done some incredible things. I like all the Novatech people. So I want to get that out up front, because a lot of times when you have an opposing opinion, and that's all this is just my opinion. When you have an opposing opinion, or you have an opinion about something, people think that either you don't like the company, or you don't like the people in the company, or you're trying to be negative or something like that. And that's certainly not the case. I want Novatech to succeed. Let me say that up front. I want them to succeed. It does nothing for anybody, well, for most platforms in this area, for Novatech to go away. It's been a great company, and I want it to continue to succeed. But there were some things that I heard in that letter that concerned me, and I think it's bad news for not all of them, not all of the Novatech family. But I think it's some bad news, and I'm just going to share what my opinion is, and you can certainly have a different opinion, and you're welcome to that. Now, with that, all that as a background and caveat, let's go ahead and look at the Novatech letter. And like I said, I got this from the transcript from BOJ, so it's probably not going to be what it looks like in your back office. If you're with Novatech, definitely check your back office. And if I got something wrong, I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying I'm just sharing what he shared the other day. So I don't, once again, not in it, so don't know if all of this is accurate or not. But he did share this on his channel, and so I just wanted to share the letter that he shared with you as well. Okay, let's get right into it. Let's go here and look at the letter. All right, it says, Dear Novatech members, since June of 2019, our focus at Novatech has been to stimulate financial awareness to a culture unaware of the amazing possibilities in the crypto and forex industry. By the grace of God, we have been tremendously successful at fulfilling our mission. We created Novatech structure with complete freedom in mind. We have given our customers absolute control of their journey with us for the last 4 years, and because of that, we have become a household name in our space, which they certainly are. Our drive to continue our mission for years and possibly decades, and I certainly hope they do, to come is not about financial gain for us. For them, there are unlimited ways we can make money without the level of stress, scrutiny, and responsibility that comes with our business. And that, I'm sure, is very true. The driving force behind what we continue to do comes from the countless heartfelt testimonies of our members. And that's a wonderful thing. During the last quarter of 2022, we experienced a great deal of pressure with the ever-changing landscape of our industry. As you may already know, we had to close our doors with heavy heart to some of our most loyal and loving customers in Novatech due to regulatory changes in specific regions. We know that most of you may not understand the impact this had on our business. We as a company should have done a better job at communicating this with you. I agree with that. While we cannot go back in time to correct what has been done, we will commit moving forward to giving out all of our Novatech customers the proper communication so that we all have realistic expectations. We want to assure you that our business model is not only strong but completely sustainable into the foreseeable future as we move forward in this new and developing 2023 season. Our experiences in the last several months of challenges has brought to light some weaknesses in the way we operate, and we felt were strengths at one point. As a new and growing company, Novatech has always produced, performed, and paid every customer since its inception of June of 2019, regardless of the adversity we may have faced. In every market condition in the last 4 years. So they said, no matter what, you always got paid, you always got your money. While we don't compare ourselves to any other of the many platforms in our space, we know what we've done, and we continue to do what we continue to do is unprecedented. It absolutely is. To protect what we've built and to continue to be the crypto trading asset management company that we are, it is imperative that we create parameters within our business model that protects our customers from making erratic decisions that can affect the integrity of our program. Put a pin in that, because I think that's where it made the turn for me. But put a pin in that. We're going to come back to that. Novatech is unique in the fact that we've given our members complete control of how they move about with their crypto funds, and that is great. That's good. That's wonderful. In light of the forced closures of accounts for some of our beloved members and the massive amounts of withdrawals we had to initiate, this created a tremendous amount of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that our customers have never had to experience, because in the past we chose not to communicate what does not pertain to the functionality or success of our business. We left some of you to fall victim to outside rhetoric, which influenced so many of you in making the decision to withdraw your trading account simply to test if we're still paying. Please know we continue to actively pay and release cash out daily despite delays. As a result, we've decided to place a temporary freeze in trading account withdrawals for a period of 60 days. This includes existing trading account withdrawals. This includes existing cash out requests from trading. This will allow us to immediately start the process of getting back to regularly scheduled bonus account withdrawals. I want to say again, this will allow us to immediately start the process of getting back to a regularly scheduled bonus account withdrawals. We understand this may not fare well with a small percentage of you, but we are here to protect our future as a whole, and we refuse to compromise our crypto asset management and trading strategies for the few that may not understand. If you have a trading account withdrawal in process, you have a choice to leave it in the queue and wait until April the 1st, 2023, when we will resume trading account withdrawals, or you can cancel your withdrawal and allow your account to continue to earn while withdrawing profits weekly. The goal with Novatech is to create sustainable passive profits, of which we've done an amazing job thus far and will continue with God's grace. Let's all protect our house by eliminating the noise on the outside by staying plugged in and in communication with the inside. Every member of Novatech should have an upline who's connected to one or of our many senior directors and ambassadors in Novatech. We love each and every last one of you, and we appreciate, we love you, we appreciate you, and we'll continue to do business as usual, Novatech admin. So that is the letter that BOJ read on his show the other day. Let me give you some thoughts about my thoughts of what was read and why I think some members are in bad shape. This is maybe good news for some, but for some members, as they say, for some members, I think this would be very bad news. So anyway, we're not going to go through the whole thing again. I'm not going to go word for word, line for line. What they said is very true. They have been the standard. They have been, they have done an incredible job at moving forward, at giving people back their profit, at being sustainable for this long. I don't know of any. There may be some that people will say, oh, what about this one? What about that one? That are out here giving this kind of rate for this period of time. I don't know of them, but if there are, good for them. But this one's done it. So everything that they said early on, that is absolutely true. Now, here's where it comes, where it kind of changes a little bit. Novatech as a company came under some pressure. They had to close down in some areas. They had to, and then that caused, when those closures came, that caused them to have to withdraw. And these are facts. These are just facts, right? There's some things that are opinion. There's some things that are fact. Since they had to close down those areas, that caused them to have to, one, give those people the money back. I mean, they didn't have to. I mean, I guess, I don't know if they had to or not. I'm not a legal person, so I'm not going to get into legalities of whether they had to do it or not. I think it's wonderful that they had to, well, that they're trying to do the best that they can, and they're giving the money back. From what I'm hearing, it's going to be delayed from some. I get it, this, that, and other. But from what I'm hearing, people are getting their money back, which is wonderful. That is great, because Novatech could have just, I don't know how easily that could be done, or how legal it would have been, or the ramifications of what would happen. They could have closed up shop and said, look, it's just too much stress, too much withdrawals. We can't operate like this. We're done. We're gone. We're going to go back to the island and take the money and do what they didn't do that. They didn't. That's to their credit. So I'm glad that did not happen. So, but with that being said, that does create a tremendous amount of pressure to give that money back. I mean, that's just it's going to be a big number. Talking about Canada, which I'm sure had a large number of people, in California is a big state, so I'm sure it had a large number of people. Now, and so that had to happen. So that created some pressure on the system. And of course, when you have people that see that, there are going to be other people that are like, look, I don't know if this sink. The ship looks like it's sinking. Let me get my money out of here too. So there was that group. And then there was also this other group that just wanted to see if people, hey, are y'all still paying? I'm hearing some things over here. I'm hearing some things over there. Let me just get my money out to see if y'all still paying. And to my knowledge, they're saying that some people got it out and simply put it back in. I don't understand how that makes sense. But just because you got it out now, if you put it back in, that don't mean you're going to get it out later. So I don't understand that thinking. But nevertheless, and they said, so they didn't communicate this well to you. They admit that. They admit they should have done a better job with communicating that to you. Get that. Market conditions, last 4 years, crypto separative. Here is where I think it takes the turn. So they said, you look, up until now, we've been free with it. You've been able to do with what you want to do with it. Yeah, but now because of not the pressure, not what's going on, but because of a small group who panicked and want the money out and to put it back in, we're gonna have to stop for everybody. So we're stopping the trading withdrawals from everybody. To me, now here's where we go to opinion. To me, this sounds the bell that there's financial struggles with Novatech. Not just getting the people money back, but there have been delays in the bonuses. So when I read this, and you can read however you want to, and if you're in Novatech, you can get it on. Why I would encourage you to watch BOJ's video that he did about this and get, judge for yourself. When you have those type of pressures, when that happens, well, the people that have helped build up Novatech, their withdrawals are now delayed. So to me, it just makes sense that there's not enough money to go around. There's just not. So we can't pay the people who we have to pay, or who have closed down, and we need to pay them, and the people who are withdrawing, and the bonus. We can't pay all that money. Can't do it all at one time, which most companies would have a problem doing that. That would be a challenge for them. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, not only the ones that want to take it out and put it back in, we're stopping all trading withdrawals, all of them, for 60 days. Well, what does this allow Novatech to do? This allows Novatech to do a couple of things. Now, these are just facts. These are just facts. You can dispute them if you want to, but it just is what it is. What that allows Novatech to do, it allows them to pay out the bonuses to their affiliates. It is what it is. That's what they said. That's what they said. We're stopping this so that the bonuses, the regular bonus for the affiliates, not for the passive earners, but for the affiliates, the people who have brought other people in, so we can pay them. That's in the letter. Read it again. Watch this again. If you don't believe me, read it in your back office. That's what they said. So we can get those people back on a regular schedule. Because I promise you, those people are howling. Not all of them, But a lot of those people are kind of upset because look, we've done all the work, we've talked to all the people, we've coached and done a lot of things, and now my money's being impacted, my money's being affected. So they want to get that group back in, back paid. Get that, understandable. So that's what's happening. What else does this pausation, this time allow for? It also allows for them to now make more money and get more back on a financial standing. So for 60 days, there's not going to be a huge number of withdrawals. I promise you, the bonuses that were being paid out are nothing compared to the huge trading balances that would have had to be paid out. So now they have time to make sure that they go back in 60 days, or April 1st, so it's a little bit less than 60 days, whatever one. That's time that they don't have to pay out that amount of money. So that gives them a chance to get more stable. Now, some people say, hey, that's great. There's nothing what's wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that from a company perspective. I get it, and nothing wrong with that. But they're for the people that have money that they want to get out and move on to something different. Hey, I want to go to this. I want to go to that. I just want my money back. Like you said, I could have it. For that group of people, that's going to be a bad situation. I think it's a very bad situation for that group. Now, we can say that, hey, once you put your money on an account, you should have let it go anyway. Okay, I get it. The only problem I have, it seems like that the rules are being changed and it's affecting people retroactively, because it mentions that we're not talking about people going forward. We're talking about the people who've already made a request for the withdrawal, you're being impacted, right? So it's one thing if after today, we're not doing that anymore. That's one conversation. But now the people who have money in the queue, hey, you have a choice. Really, but do you have a choice? Do you really? You can leave it in the queue and it not make any money, or you can put it back in and let it circulate and let it make money. Well, so that's money that's being put back in to stabilize the company. Once again, from a company's perspective, I get it. And I'm not saying this to upset anybody, because there's nothing to be upset about. Now, you can be upset. Well, I'm sorry, let me say, you can be upset if you want to, but it's not going to change this. It's not like you're going to all of a sudden be able to just take your money out because they've already told. That's frozen. That ship is sailed. You can't do that anymore. So it's not to upset anybody. These are just facts. So anyway, long story short, the reason I wanted to share this information with you, because a lot of people may not have heard it from other people. A lot of people don't go into their back office and read like they should. That's fine. And I know a lot of my community is in Novatech, and I think that's great. And I wish you the best, and I want it to continue. But I just feel bad. I really do feel bad for that group of people that, were trying to get their money out to either get it back or go do other things with it. I just kind of feel bad for them. I think that's bad news for them. And hopefully going forward, after April, maybe you'll be able to get your money back out. And I hope so. I hope you'll be able to get all of it back, and with interest, or if you left it in there, whatever happens, right? And I wish everybody the best. I did want to share this with you, share my thoughts with you. What are your thoughts? What do you think? This is a good decision for everybody, a bad decision? Some people are always going to be heard. So what are your thoughts? I'd love to hear them in the comments. I know I'm going to hear them anyway. I know people are going to come at me and say, hey, he's spreading FUD. He doesn't like, no, that's the furthest thing from the truth. Just giving my opinion. I love to hear yours. Well, all right, guys. Well, I hope you got value from that. If you want to know about some other platforms that are currently paying, make sure to click on the link in the description and comments of this video, and also make sure to check out the next video as I talk about some habits that can keep you broke in 2023.